Hello everyone, Jedi Styles here, and today I am doing a mail day. My TTMs have been coming back slowly but surely over the past week or so, and I have 7 to share with you today, and this is a mishmash of different things. It's not just baseball. There's an actor, there's an Olympian, baseball of course, football. So I have a little bit of everything in here today, just about. Alright, so let's get into this. Now normally I'm a stat guy, but with it being 7 and I didn't want to make the video extremely long, I decided not to talk about them or about the stats too much. So the first one, I don't care if you see my address. It's coming out of Santa Clarita, California. It's a 101 in 15 days, and it was free. All of these were free except for one of them, which will be the last one. This one came back, one of my favorite returns so far. Clive Revel, one of the emperors, one of the original emperors. So that is a beautiful silver auto. So I am very, very happy with that. I did have his autograph already that I had pulled out of a box, and I saw that he signed, so I went ahead and sent him a card, and here it is. So I mean that looks beautiful on that card. I have to admit, it looks like it's supposed to be there. So thank you, Mr. Revel, for that. So that is that one. I'll pull these down here. Show a couple of these, and all these are 1 of 1s, by the way, guys, so I don't have any duplicates or doubles on any of these. Alright, so the next one is also a 1 of 1, but this one took 32 days and it was free. It's coming out of Westchester, New York, and this one is an Olympian. His name was Dick Button. As you see, he's in his 90s. It's smeared a little bit. His autograph smeared a little bit. I mean, you can see it's not the best handwriting. It's starting to get shaky. And I think he started to put Chris there. Possibly. I can't tell, but anyways, Dick Button, figure skater. I think he's 92, 93. Let's see, he was born in 1829. 1829, yeah, that goes real well. 1929. So, yeah, he's 91. Just turned 91 back in July. So, thank you, Mr. Button. That was very nice. Alright, next one. Oh, I'm sorry, that was wrong. This is a 2 of 2. This is a 2 of 2 in 36 days, and this was free. Now, the reason why this was a 2 of... Well, it was actually a... Well, if you want to think about it, it was a... Yeah, we'll just go with that. 2 of 2 in 36 days, coming out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And it is Mr. Gus Farat. I had doubles of this, so he signed both of them. Number 12. On his Redskins days, on his 95 scorecard. So Mr. Farat, nice signature. Thank you very much. And he actually answered one of the questions that I had typed. I asked him who he would consider to be the best player he has played with or against, and he actually named Randy Moss and Ryan Fitzpatrick. In his favorite stadiums, maybe a little biased, he put RFK. So, thank you, Mr. Gus Farat, for that. And I'll go ahead and put those back there. Alright, we'll save that. Alright, the next one is a 1 of 1 in 26 days. Once again, it was free. And this is coming from North Texas, Dallas, Texas. One of my favorite players growing up. He went to my favorite university. Not my alum, but my favorite university growing up was Syracuse University. And to me, I consider this guy to be probably in the top 3 best fullbacks ever in the NFL. Mr. Darrell Johnson, Moose, number 48. Michael Myers got this one back. and I didn't realize he signed, and that's why I sent this one out. I told him, Michael, that Syracuse, is my favorite college, and I would love to get this one signed. And he was telling me that in college, Mr. Johnson never lost a yard in college. He always gained positive yards, and that's a pretty interesting little stat. And this is on his 95 Topps card. So, Mr. Johnson, thank you very much. And he also answered my questions. I thought, maybe not. Yes, it's right here. He also answered my questions. And I asked him the same. No, that's not it. It's this one right here. Sorry, guys. He also answered to the same thing. He also answered to the favorite stadiums as RFK, the Vet, Lambeau, and Arrowhead. So those were his favorite stadiums to play in. So thank you, Mr. Johnson. All right, next. This one took a while to get back. It was 1 of 1 in 89 days, and it was free. But this is coming from Mr. Dave Manchik. And this is on his 80 Topps card. Pitcher for the Blue Jays. This is one of the first ones I sent out when I first started doing TTMs. Not the first, but it was pretty close to it. So there you have it. At this point, he had played for the Tigers and the Blue Jays. So Mr. Dave Manchik. All right, moving on. 2 more. All right, this one is another good one back. Of course, this is a 1 of 1 in 12 days. Oh, I'm sorry. That came from Mid-Island, New York, by the way, Mr. Manchik. This one is a 1 of 1 in 12 days. This one was also free, and this one was coming from Buffalo, New York. From my hometown of when I grew up in Rochester, the Buffalo Bills. This is Mr. Mark Kelso, and you can see he basically wrote a whole letter to me. He signed it in a purplish pink. He wrote, "God bless, Mark Kelso, number 38. He was on those Bills teams that went to the 4 straight Super Bowls. I grew up watching him play because, of course, I'm up from near Buffalo, and Bills were always on TV. Love the Bills. So thank you, Mr. Kelso, for that. And his letter, which I had to translate because it was there's so much he wrote. It was hard to read. This is his letter right here. At the top it says, "Blessings to your family. Thank you for your service to our country." And I asked him who would he consider to be the best player he has played with and against. And he said there was too many great ones to name. Everyone has special talent. It's just how they use it on a given day that will determine victory or defeat. He says on a much less important level than your team, but some similarities. And then the second question I asked, it was, what is your favorite stadiums to play? And he says he always liked the stadiums with the crowd, close to the bench. It made for great interactions, made fans feel part of the game, and I heard some very creative / entertaining comments. I bet these fans can be harsh, but that was, wow, he went out of his way to answer my questions as thoroughly as that. So thank you, Mr. Kelso. And the last one, coming out of Denver, Colorado, 1 of 1 in 18 days. It did cost a $5 fee, but well worth it in my eyes. And this is from Mr. Goose Gossage, Rich Gossage. Beautiful autograph, inscribed Hall of Fame 2008 on the 83 Topps card. So it did not take long to get him back. He does charge $5 per, I think. He did answer my questions also. He said, who would you consider the best player you have played with and against? And he said Dick Allen with the White Sox in 72, 73. And he said, wow. And then, where are our favorite ballparks to play in? He said all of the oldest ones, Comiskey, Yankee Stadium, Tiger Stadium, Wrigley, and Fenway were his favorites to play in. So thank you very much, Mr. Gossage. Of course, I'm a huge Yankee fan, so that was great to get that one back. In fact, Tony Black saw this. I got this card in a care package, and he's the one that said, hey, get that signed, and that's the one I got signed, so I'm glad I did. So once again, $5 for Hall of Fame pitcher. All right, guys, there you have it. There are my 7 TTMs. Thank you for sticking with me. See, this already went 10 minutes, so good thing I didn't do stats. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time, and enjoy the start of your weekend. Have a good night.